Ah, Jesus. The chat is inundated already, and I've only showed up. Excellent. Greetings, my beloved Japanites, and welcome to a very special episode of Paintingu. For the next week, I am going to be performing one. A moment. This is vexing me. Jeez. This damn Micah vexes me from time to time. Right, as I was saying, for the next week, until her birthday, which is the 3rd of May, next Friday, so give her some early bird birthday wishes when you hear this and you get into the chat. One of the Irish clan bear members, Demolishu, which is an awesome name. She demolishes things. She shows up in the chat as Deirdre of the Sorrows. And it is her birthday next Friday, and she has commissioned a painting from yours truly, Defenderu, demigod of painting. Now, again, excuse me while I descend into proper painting posture. Today's descension was extra slow. I wonder why. Has my stir finally broken? Do I have a broken stir? Perhaps. So, Dimarshu has graciously requested that I do a painting depicting her as a Joan of Arc / Alice from Resident Evil, fearsome female warrior, escaping from Beaumont Hospital, which is a place of misery and a wretched place of healing here in Ireland. I am not a fan of hospitals. Really not a fan. I find them to be places of misery rather than healing. But one cannot deny that if you show up with like a pipe halfway through your fucking ass, they will help you remove it. And then fucking charge you an absolute bomb. I seen this thing on YouTube earlier on where someone, he was like, I got bitten by a rattlesnake, and then he just shows the bill from the hospital, and like, he got bitten by a rattlesnake, and then by the time fucking the whole bill from the hospital was finished, it was like $153,000. And the comment section was just full of people have been like, nah, I'd have gone back to the snake and told him to finish his job. Like, a lot of people were just like, yeah, I'd prefer to be dead than fucking being that much dead and all this shit. Like, 153 grand, like, do you know what I mean? Like, the price of a house. Like, how expensive is anti-venom? Like, what the fuck? Like, you know? Oh, God. But anyway, a moment while I silence the phone. I'm going for at least a few episodes. I'm going to have a image of Beaumont Hospital that I used already to set this up. What do you think, D? Is the preliminary setup layer? Does this please you, Deirdre of the Sorrows? Oh, glorious Keppel. You are donned in armor and a blood-red cape, a crimson blood-red cape. And you have in your possession, firmly gripped in your left hand, a despicable medical member of the medical society. All of the other human beings in this, or zombies or whatever, are going to be that. They're going to be zombies. They're going to be undead fucks. There's probably going to be something, you know, reminiscent of the night nurses from Silent Hill. I will attempt to make it a bit less sexual than those bitches. I remember watching Silent Hill as a teenager, and I remember watching that, and I was like, I've never been aroused and terrified in the same moment. Just a lot of these fucking mad-looking 1950s style American like nurses with the hats and the miniskirts and shit, but then they just had like they all had like push-up bras on, and they all have like scalpels and fucking scissors and shit and all like, and they're making like little creepy noises, and your one has to like sneak through them all. Like, mad scene, really cool though. I mean, like as fucked up as like Asian horror stuff can be, because as far as I know, Silent Hill's like an Asian horror made Western. I could be wrong, but a lot of the aesthetics of a lot of it is just like, you can't argue with the that it is indeed creative and like cool and like inspirational in various ways, especially coming from someone like who actually does art, and not just one of you foreign dogs or mere mortars. You can't deny certain things, like even if you're like, you know, oh, that's a bit obscene or that's a bit this or a bit that, it's like, yeah, that's fucking awesome looking. Denial is for the weak. How much of this white goo have I got left? About halfway through. I will eventually need to invest in another 500 milliliter of the Brack and the Whiter. Excuse me while I read the chat and road this parrot. Right. Okay. Is it going to fart? Is it going to fart for me? No, it's not going to fart. How dare you? I like it when it farts. Brings out my inner child. Right, some white, some red, some blue, some green, some yellow. I'm actually running low on yellow. So pay for PEINTEINGU. How is everyone today? Are you well on this fine Thursday? I noticed in the last few streams that my voice was actually a bit low, so I've made sure to keep the mic a bit closer. Tuegaru! Dimarishu! Dimadhandaveru! Stavaru! Griffu! We are firing in for the PEINTEINGU this fine day. How was the sauna? Did the sauna help? You feeling better? You're back at work? Many pre-blessings to you, Dimarshu, Deirdre. It's not her birthday yet. I said pre-birthday wishings. Oh, feck. Most happiest of deus to Rue. Oh shit. Did I just fuck my top knot? I think. Ah, some paid for PEINTEINGU. This is good. Who is it? Ah! That skinny black bitch with the huge eyes. She has recently gone home, apparently. Candice Onu! What have you to say to PEINTEINGU? There is a lot of wonderful people in this world, right? Deirdre is obviously one of them, and that's important and meaningful for everyone. She should be celebrated. Frankly, I plan on doing that today. I recommend all of you do as well. Indeed, a glorious and honorable message for the other Japanites. If you do not pay for PEINTEINGU, if you do not say happy pre-birthday to Jimarushu, you have no honor, and your ancestors will look upon you with great shame, as will I. Right. Arigato. Third Reich. Mucha honor. You're welcome. Adiru. Good month of birth, Pires. Arigato, Seamus. All good, Defenderu. Excellent. Excellent. The most important thing to me is that you are happy with your PEINTEINGU. Feel free to enter into the chat any modifications, variations, or additions you wish for me to add to the PEINTEINGU. I will complete the background first, and then we shall, over the coming days, tomorrow, and pretty much all of next week, because your birthday's on Friday, I'm going to take my time with this one and make it extra gooey. Tuekaru, hot sauce samurai of world renown. I've heard your hot sauce is the shiz. The word you're searching for is scaroused. Scaroused. I've literally never seen that word in my life. What is this you speak of, Demon Hunter Beru? Scaroused. Scaroused. How does one rouse scars? You go to fucking hospital, that's what you do. As with the mighty Sabaru-san, I know celebrate the anniversaries of birth. You guys are kind of buzzkills, aren't you? You know? I don't celebrate birthdays. Why the fuck not? You know? You've been alive a full cycle. Be grateful. Be grateful you made it another full cycle. At least thank the creator on your birthday and celebrate the fact that you are still alive. I get the whole, like, you know, like, I didn't, like, even from a young age, I was like, I don't want anybody singing me happy birthday. I don't want fucking, like, all this, like, brouhaha about it. Like, if you're gonna fucking hand me presents, just give me the present and, like, I'll open it and I'll be like, yay, thank you, this is awesome. I will never forget when my youngest auntie on my mother's side, my mother's youngest sister, I think I was around 7-ish. Yeah, definitely. My parents were still together at that time. Around 7. And she assumed that I was big into the Teletubbies. And she bought me these, like, sponges for the bath in the shape of the Teletubbies. And I opened it and I took one look at it and I was like, yeah, you can keep these. I don't want them. And my dad got so angry at me. I think I've probably told this story before, but my dad on the way home in the car was like, "You ungrateful, rude little shit." And I was like, "But I fucking hate the Teletubbies. They're creepy. And if she knew me, she'd know that." Like, just sitting in the back of the car and be like, "I'm sorry. I told her to keep the Teletubbies." I seriously opened it. I was like, "Eh." Like, if you looked at it from my perspective, it was like a sign that she didn't, like, know me at all, despite being, like, in my life regularly. So, like, if anything, I found it kind of insulting, you know. So there was a part of me that was like, why doesn't anyone give out to her for buying me a shit present? You know, being a child, like, you could get away with shit, you know, and like certain things you should get away with. Like, I think I kind of should have got away with that. Like I get my dad, like, you know, being like, you know, don't be so ungrateful and all and blah blah. But like, it was one of those times where like he kind of went overboard and like made me feel like absolute trash. When he knew I was right, even at a young age, I was like, you know, I used to, like, the Teletubbies used to come on the screen and they would like freak me the fuck out. Like, I used to look at the Teletubbies on the screen and be like, what is this? This is so unnerving and, like, creepy and, like, why is there a baby in the sky? Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, I'm sure there's some, like, you know, mad esoteric shit in the Teletubbies. Like, there was one thing, there was one creature in the Teletubbies that I did actually like, and it was the Hoover, the vacuum cleaner, the googly-eyed vacuum cleaner thing. I thought that was funny looking. I thought it was kind of cute. But the Teletubbies themselves, I just got, like, really creepy vibes off. Their faces, like, fucking creep me the fuck out, like. Komaru! Welcome to PEINTEINGU. I see you came in as NPE, dipped out, and then came back. Is my Haru? What's this? Right. Where was I? Hara hara hara. I ready ranch dip from 2 Acre. T-shirt is still not hero yetu. Impatient to is Aizu. Yeah, Printer Bear got on to me a few days ago and said that he has the screens all ready to be done and stuff like that. And he said, I think he said he should be getting to work on them this Friday. So I'm basically kind of where, like, Vox's, like, many of Vox's projects were. If for anyone who watches Vox, like, quite often there is a massive latency to when something I plan or want to do actually comes forth. Like the monkey, for example, you know, I've had the clay sitting there for the monkey for like fucking weeks, and I keep thinking about doing the monkey and like thinking about what I want him to look like and all, like, but other stuff gets in the way, and the monkey's not going to make me any money. and the monkey's not like, you know, necessary. It's just a fun little project that I want to do. So like, it's just gonna happen when it happens. It's one of those things. And the Painting Goo t-shirts are unfortunately in the same boat, because we all have to just wait for Printer Bear to do them and then ship them out. Just be glad you're not here. Be glad you're not an Irish purchaser of Painting Goo t-shirts, because they have to wait even longer, because he has to send me those and then I have to send them out to them and all, like, so it's like massive delay, like, you know. But I completely agree with Vox in the sense that, like, you know, if you really want it and it's worth it, and like you're a grown adult who has some patience, then it's worth the wait. It's always worth the wait. Even if it takes like weeks, months, or even years for something to actually like manifest in front of you. If it's worth it, it's worth it. And I believe the Painting Go t-shirts are worth it. There's nothing like a massive declaration of what other people will assume is probably either just gibberish or racism. You know, like Riv, Raf, Rov, Painting Goo. It's like when people see people wearing those things, be like, what the fuck is that? Who's that nigga? I can't wait. I can't wait to see them on people. It's gonna be awesome. It is the combination of being scarred and all right, scaroused. I was in a state of scarousal. Horousal. I was in a state of horousal. Scarcitement. Like, oh god, it's one of those things where you're just like, they have really nice looking cleavage and like beautiful fucking, you know, hip to waist ratios and like great legs, and like they're all in high heels and shit and all, like, and they all look hot as fuck in a sense. Do you know what I mean? But like they're all like covered in blood and fucking bandages over their faces and shit, and like they're all like their skin's like grey. Like, but even then, part of your male brain is like, yeah, she'd get it. Like, I always thought shit like that was hilarious. Do you know one time, you know what, it's another, it's not an example really of like horror or being scared or something plus arousal. It's more like, it's more like part of me thought that I shouldn't find her attractive because, like, you know, she's got like fucking like black teeth and shit. Like, but I remember which Pirates of the Caribbean was it? Where was it the third one with Davy Jones Locker? I'm not sure. But your one Callisto, the guy that like Jamaican bitch that they got to play. Is it Callisto or Calliope, or was it Calliope? I can't remember. Callisto, Calliope. The fucking mad like shaman bitch that turned, like, she ends up like growing into a giant version of herself and shit, and like was it she used to be, was it Barbossa's lover or Davy Jones's lover or some shit like that? Calypso? Am I literally like getting them like both wrong? Was it Calypso? I'm not sure. But I thought she was hot, but she was fucking mental looking, and she had like horrible teeth and all, like, do you know what I mean? Like, but like the combination of the accent and the fact that you can tell that she's just like an attractive female, like, and I love bitches with dreads. Like if I see like a black bitch with like a thick ass and like a poofy afro, and like a lot of those like afro samurai bitches who are like big into ninja moves to stay healthy and all, like acrobatics and all, I'm like, Jesus Christ, she's gorgeous. Like, it's like Rihanna but with a fucking katana, you know, like Rihanna katana. Calypso, yeah, Calypso. Rest. It's not the violence, it is the distance one is willing to go. What's that in reference to? I don't know. I missed that one. What are you on about, Griff? Why are we talking about violence? Oh, what's the story, bro? You well? I actually think As Blood Runs Black is a cool profile name. Swear to God, like, that's it. Is that the band name or the song? I can't remember. Is that Atreyu? As Blood Runs Black by Atreyu, or is that like, is that a Trivium song? I can't remember. Let me know. Hello! Was just plotting the demise of grubberism with a buddy on the phone. It starts by not buying chemical products of any sort. I completely agree. That's why, like, support what you like or it goes away, and don't support what you don't like, I can't remember, like, it's been years now since I consumed any porn, like, a long time. And, like, I've spoken about this before, where it's, like, it's to the degree that, like, I could see fucking... I'm like, fuck, it was Jeff Bridges in that movie with fucking Ryan Reynolds, where he looks out the window of the car and he sees a young one's ankles, and he's like, she's got nice ankles. Like, I'm fucking there now. Like, do you know what I mean? I see like a fraction of flesh on a woman, and I'm just like, damn. Like, I'm like a fucking Muslim. But I think that's the way it's supposed to be. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like my fucking testosterone levels in the last like 5-6 years have like skyrocketed. Speaking of which, I finally did a fucking halfway decent workout for the first time in weeks, because I managed to move the power tower up to the back of the top of the garden, and I did 2 sets of dips, pull-ups, rows, lunges, squats. I don't know what you'd call them, suspended knee raises, where like you like keep yourself up in the power tower and like raise your knees to your chest and shit. And then overhead presses. Man, 20 kilos gets really fucking heavy. Like, especially when you're like, there's a big difference between trying to just like do something really quick, like if you're doing push-ups or something, and you're just like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's so much better for you and so much more difficult if you like go real slow on the down, and then go like, a little bit faster on the up. But then like when you're going down on the, what's it, eccentric, I'm not sure. Like, it depends on what you're doing. If you're doing pull-ups or push-ups or something. But when you're coming back from the exercise, you want to like control it and shit. Doing it on pull-ups is a killer. If you like lean back and like control your descent real slowly, and then come back up and all, like, fucking kills your biceps, like. But it's like, oh, it's so good. Feel like I really feel the benefits when I'm in the shower after the workout. Like, right after the workout, I can like barely like walk straight, like, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm in bits, like. But when you're in the shower and the hot water hits you and your whole body just goes, that's when you really start to feel the fucking called negatives. Yeah, the negatives. When you do slow negatives, yeah, it's a fucking great feel, like. It's really good, like even when I was doing the overhead press, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to go 1, 2, 3. You want to go like 1, and then like slowly control the descent of it, like, and then you want, like, especially when you're doing dips, you want to feel your pecs like stretch. Do you know what I mean? You want to get that stretch in the muscle where like you get that full range of motion and like engage your fucking lats and your fucking traps and all that shit, like, and then start pushing. And when you start to get to the point of failure, that's when you really start to feel it, because like as you've gone down and you've like stretched the muscle open, and then you basically command it to contract again as you use it to push. Oh my god, like I used to be able to go out and like fucking do about like 10 dips like that, like slow controlled dips. And I think the max I got today was like 6. So like I've let myself atrophy again, which is really fucking annoying and frustrating and a shame for. I am ashamed of myself. But I'll get there. I'll work it back. So tomorrow's going to be a rest day, and then I'll get back at it. Our conversation was not unlike an Idaho chapter meeting of HB. Or hate. Hate is great. That's awesome. Like, yeah, but like, fuck it. Like, fuck all the mainstream shit. It's absolutely useless. Like, do you know what I mean? Mainstream medicine, mainstream entertainment, mainstream anything, do you know, is just so piss poor now. Like, do you know, like I literally see it as like a fucking, if you just like envision all the forms of consciousness and like all these different things in the known world as like streams of water, you know. There's a reason it's called the mainstream, like, do you know what I mean? But like, it's literally like the fucking Ganges now. Like, it's just full of shit. And that's why all of these, like, you know, truth or fucking conspiracy theorists, all that, like, that's why all of these have gotten really big, because everybody is like, everyone with a brain cell anyway, like, and like a fucking a drop of courage in their soul has been like, fuck this shit. Like, I don't have any time for this shit anymore. I don't believe a thing you people say, like, all this stuff, like, and they're all starting to go off into like people like Tom Barnett and fucking Chris Gardner and fucking, you know, even like your man Sneeko, like, do you know what I mean? And I think Sneeko's a fucking like bit of a loser, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I've watched him, and like, sure, he's on the path, so you could give him credit for that, like, you know, but like, he seems like a pure gobshite, like. I haven't watched him a lot, but my initial impression of him is like, he reminds me of a gamer streamer called XQC, and like, you know, these people who talk, like, I know I can talk fast, but at least I'm like articulate, and like, you can tell I have like some form of intellect. Whereas with Sneeko, a lot of the time, he just sounds a bit retarded. He sounds like he has like a touch of the Downs, like, do you know what I mean? And I'm not like, I know I am shitting on him, but like, I don't think he's a bad dude, like, do you know what I mean? But like, I like, you know, like, it's hard for someone like me to like really enjoy someone like Vox Day and then try and watch something like Sneeko. I'm just like, what is this shit? Like, but like, then you get people who like can't watch Vox Day streams because they just fall asleep, like, do you know what I mean? Whereas I find them incredibly entertaining. Like, I think he's fucking hilarious. He is hilarious. The Teletubbies was made by some man tripping on LSD and saw his kids with TVs in their stomachs, and the son was his actual son, I think. Lol. The Hoover was modeled after his wife, if you know what I mean. Oh, that's hilarious. Actually, it did kind of look feminine, didn't it? Like, I had these like big eyelashes on it and shit. That's actually probably so true. It sounds like there's a lot of truth to that. Like, oh, she is a smoke show, too skinny in Bond, but still attractive. Which one? Calliope? Calypso? The black bitch I was on about? Is she in Bond? Was she in the Bond where they went kind of woke, and she was the black bitch that was like, you know, you're a has-been and all this fucking stuff? No, the last Bond I saw was what was it called? Skyfall. They're good. Don't get me wrong. Like, they're cool. Like, you know, but they're fucking stupid sometimes. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, the Bond movies have style and like all this shit, but at the same time, it's kind of like when you're watching Batman movies. Like, you know, like, when you are like in any way like aware or awake, you know, spiritually or anything like that, you're looking at these main characters like, this guy's a dickhead. Like, he's a reckless dickhead, like, do you know what I mean? And none of this makes any sense, like, at all. It's literally like a fucking, like, it's a gamma fantasy. Do you know what I mean? It's a gamma male fantasy, like Batman, James Bond. Like, I know a lot of people would probably be like, you know, James Bond isn't a gamma, he's a sigma. But like, he literally calls, like, he may as well be calling her mammy. Like, do you know what you're like, you know, you want M, mom. His fucking mother lets him run around the world with unlimited resources and fuck any bitch he wants, and just like, then the bitches always end up dead. like name a minute. You probably can name a movie because like I can't remember them all, like, you know, that well. But like, fucking, as far as I remember, most of the bitches that Bond fucks end up dead in that movie. Like, by the end of the movie, like, they get shot or stabbed or drowned or tortured or whatever. Like, and he's always like, oh no, you know, like, it's like, what kind of hero is that? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna fuck her, save her. Like, Jesus Christ, man. You got all these fucking billion-dollar gadgets and you can't even save one female. Like, fuck's sake, like. Antonio, welcome to Paintingu. I write this hate is great. Hate is not great. Remove hate from your heart. Hate has no place in a regin's mind or soul. But I do agree probably where you're coming from with the sentiment, in the generalized sentiment of like, because the left, in quotes, and all of these woke, globo homo fucking retards have been like, they're so full of hate. They're so racist. They're so bigoted. They're so full of hate. Everything's fucking hate. Hate, 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 hate. That's because they're full of hate. That's because they hate us. That's because they hate everything, So inversely, we should always attempt, and I'm not saying I'm great at this, like, do you know what I mean? There's plenty of times where I want to fucking take pliers to somebody's fucking teeth because they're so fucking annoying, like, but like, you should always endeavor to remove hateful feelings or thoughts from your mind, or alchemically and, like, willfully transform them, to like push them through the alchemical process of your mind and like turn it from hate into motivation or something, like, motivate you to act and stuff like that, like, because even like biblically or in a hero's journey sense, like, I think if you hate the bad guy, he's already won in a sense, like, if you genuinely like, I fucking hate you, like, he now has an advantage over you, but if you stay the cool, calm cucumber type with the, the stoicism and all that shit, like Obi-Wan is like the fucking best example of that, he's so chill when he gets killed by Darth Vader, like, strike me down now, Vader, and I shall only become more powerful. Watch yourself. Like, and Vader's like, fuck you, like, like Vader's just full of hate, like, and like, Obi's so fucking good with a lightsaber that he could be fighting Darth Vader and like look to the left and be like, yeah, okay, I'll let him hit me now, and just lets him hit him, do you know what I mean? And Vader knows it. You can see it in the scene where he like rummages through his cloak and he's like, fuck. Like, I love the Star Wars movies, man, like, up until a point. Obviously the last 3 were utter trash that shouldn't be viewed by anyone other than the retards that made them. But the first 6 are awesome. The fight between Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi in is it Revenge of the Sith? Is it? Jesus Christ, the choreography in that, and the scenery, and like the way the fight progresses from, like, it starts off in the control room and then they end up on they end up outside on those fucking floating platforms, and then it's like, don't do it, Anakin! I have the high ground! Slice. Like, Anakin just turns out to be such a little biznitch, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you underestimate my jumping capabilities. No, I don't. It fucking swats him like a fly. My fears become phobias in the name of the song you'll probably remember. Is the name of the song you'll probably remember. I don't fucking the band name. Yeah, I didn't listen to much As Blood Runs Black. They probably got some decent tunes though. Thursdays are usually well, not usually, every so often I take a Thursday off, the usual Paintingu tunes, and I spend the whole, like I did it last Thursday, and I spend the whole fucking like 2 or 3 hours just playing a lot of metal tunes, and those are the streams where Corbear goes, right, I'm out. Like, so the next time I'm doing a metalingu stream, we'll slap on a bit of As Blood Runs Black. I seen a video there the other day that reminded me of a lot of metal bands that I used to listen to that I don't anymore. Like, there's a really good one called All That Remains. I think they have a fucking what's it called? 6? I can't remember. I can't even remember like, it's like vaguely it's like on the tip of my tongue now, and it's like, your man's got a really good voice though. They have good music and shit. Like, there's a few bands like even some of the little faggy bands had, like, in the Kerrang days, like, some of them had like decent tunes. I remember there was a band called like the Rankin Tours, and they had a tune that I was like, it's actually alright, like. And even like Fall Out Boy had some like catchy fucking shit, like, but they were like gay as fuck, like. Naomi Harris is her name. She even has a pretty name. No, Sabaru, look a totally different do. What, like, if the fucking black bitch in James Bond is not the black bitch that plays Calypso, I wouldn't be surprised. The black bitch in James Bond, like, in my mind, like, I don't know what she looks like right now, but she just reminds me of Candace Owens. Like, there's loads of black, like, I'm sure blacks say this of whites, but there's loads of black bitches that, like, are spoken about, and they're like, oh, she's so beautiful, and then I take one look at her, and I'm like, dog, oof, you know, like, and I'm sure, like I said, like I'm sure loads of fucking, like I'm sure loads of blacks say that about loads of whites, like, do you know what I mean? And Asians think we're fucking mad looking, like, fuck are you, a round eye? You smell like milk. Hello, hello, hello. Everybody saying hello. Dick Fordu, welcome to PEINTEINGU. Sneaku seems like a decent seed. Tick squirrely, prob okay. Yeah, like he seemed like I'd hang out with him. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, I'd have a beer with him or some. Well, I wouldn't. I hate beer. But like I'd have a drink and like chill with him. You know, drink, smoke, fuck it, listen to some tunes, share some gravy and stuff like that. Like, for those of you in the PEINTEINGU chat who don't know what gravy is because you're not a bear or a Japanite, it's like esoteric knowledge or Gnosticism, not Gnostic knowledge, occult knowledge. That's what we call gravy. Or even just like really useful knowledge that you can like immediately apply to your life in a positive and productive way. That's what gravy is. Because gravy is awesome in all its forms. When I was recently like concerned about my weight loss, I was like, I'm just gonna start making gravy and I'm gonna drink it like a pint, like just a pint of it, like, you know, like fuck this shit. Like, I've had so much ice cream lately. I'm just like, just like eat like a pig. Touch of the Downs, yeah, like he seriously does look like he looks and sounds like he has a touch of Downs. Like, do you know what I mean? Like he doesn't have the face of Down syndrome, but like he has the like just a little bit. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like his brain is moving. Maybe he's got ADHD or something, but I don't believe in ADHD. I don't believe in any of those fucking diagnoses that have come out, or diagnoses that have come out in the last like 40 odd years or some shit, where they're like, oh, you have a chemical imbalance in your mind, in your brain. Like, oh, you were born with this fucking mental illness called blah blah blah, which means that you're not going to do well in school unless we put you in special ed and on drugs. It's such a load of bollocks. It's just that communist shit where it's like they look at a kid who's like really creative, really courageous, and really like, you know, will just say like me, like, do you know what I mean? Like I was creative, I was like brave and courageous. I didn't have that like social fear. Like I would get up on a desk and like fucking do shit and all, like, whereas other kids would be like, you know, embarrassed or like afraid of certain things and all, like, you know, and they treat you like there's something wrong with you. And it's not because there's something wrong with you. It's because they can't control you. They can't teach you in that environment. Like, do you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that I was like unruly or misbehaved. I wasn't. Like, I used to sit there and do what I was told. But when I'm given the opportunity to like really just like do whatever I wanted to do, even the kids would be like, "This dude's nuts." Like, and I'd just be looking around and be like, it's not that I'm nuts, it's that you're all like beige and boring and fucking like just like meh. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't like that's not me being like arrogant and fucking, you know, I'm better than you or whatever like that. Like, you know, everybody's different, everybody has their preferences and stuff like that. But don't hate on me for being different, you know, when I could easily do the same and hate on you for being like a fucking cookie cutter, same as everyone else, fucking piece of shit. Do you know what I mean? It's like, watch yourself. Like, be humble, bitch. Sneeko does literally have some brain damage. Well, if he didn't before, he definitely does now. Like, after that bit of rumble with fucking your man, what's that faggot's name? It's gonna come to me now. Strickland. Sean Strickland. Like, what a fucking douche. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, any dude who's like actually a warrior, like a respectful like martial arts expert. And I know Strickland always turns around, he's like, I'm an asshole, I'm a degenerate, and then like, I mean, it's very obvious because he broke down crying in front of fucking what's that mullet wearing queer's name? Theo Von. Fucking, like, if you're gonna break down and cry in front of someone live on stream, don't do it in front of Theo Von. I know he's a nice dude, but like do it in front of Mike Tyson or something, like, do you know what I mean? Where you can like share stories on trauma and shit. Like, Theo was literally sitting there going, what do I do with this like really dangerous guy who's just like fucking in floods of tears right now? Like he was really calm and he was really like, you know, nice about it and all, but you could see it in Tio's eyes where he was kind of like, I don't know, like, you know, one minute you're talking about smashing people's faces in, the next minute you're bawling your eyes out crying. I'm a comedian, nigga. Like, you know, I came here to take the piss, and now you're bawling like a baby. Like, it's fucking mad shit. Like, partially defective. Like, yeah, it's like a really polite way to describe what I'm describing about Sneeko. Is that good lad, partially defective, but like, you know, he's a bit of crack. That's bad news, Mr. Fordu. Sneeko is a very smart young man. I will pray for him. Oh no, yeah, he's trying. He's trying and he seems like a cool dude, like I said, like, but like, dude, like there's like I mean, look at his chat and all, like, and he doesn't give a fuck. He like looks at his chat and then like just says shit and all, like, and listen to his speech patterns. It's like his fucking mouth can't keep up with his brain. And he ends up doing stuff like sometimes, like, you know, like if you want a really good example of what I'm talking about, like look up that gamer dude XQC, and like just watch him for like 5 minutes. They literally look, and like I wouldn't be surprised if it's the meds that they got put on when they were kids or the meds they're on at the moment that does that to them, you know, because a lot of that stuff just like interrupts your like electrical signal in between your like nervous system and your brain and all that shit. Like, it just makes you like glitch out and shit, like, you know. Get off the drugs, lads. 10 people arrived today. Records being broken. I know, I've seen it go up to 10. I was like, oh, today's a good day. I think the most I've ever had on this stream was like 17 people watching me live or some shit like that. Like, but well, like a few years from now or whatever, we're going to be looking back and be like, remember when it was just like us in the chat? You know, remember the good old days when we could just have a chat instead of me. I'm gonna like, you well know there's gonna be streams where I have to whip out the band fan and just be like, right, time to go to town on the chat. You know, like, it's probably gonna be like a few weeks or months or even a year or two of me just being like, oh Christ, every couple of days I just have to sift through all these wankers and kick them out of my fucking saloon. What are we gonna call it instead of a saloon? The PEINTEINGU cave, the PEINTEINGU hut. Didn't we recently come up with the idea that we're on a boat, you know? And instead of like, you know the way Owen says, I'm gonna land the plane, I started saying like briefly, I was like, we set sail! Because we do, we travel the realm, you know, on the Mapu. This is not an accurate representation of the known realm. I am going to get a flat earth map, because then I'll be able to spin it. And it'll be even more funny. Yeah, Strickland rang his bell, sparring in quotes. I know, like, that's what I mean. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, come on, like, let's throw that. Like, you're a fucking, like, you recently got a UFC championship belt, and this streamer guy is like, I want to spar Strickland, like, and you do that. Like, I totally agree with what Owen said, where it was like he was probably like throwing some money on the side, or he was told by his agent to like, no, yeah, like, fuck him up, like, you know, try and break his nose or knock him out or something, like. And Strickland was like, yeah, okay, like, you know, because he's an asshole and he doesn't give a shit, like, do you know? But it's like someone like, and I think Israel Adesanyan's a fucking puff to, like, in his own right. Like, I think it, like, you see these lads who dye their hair blonde and then pink and shit. Like, I think Eminem did it at one stage, like, totally taking it in the ass, totally taking the D. I don't give a fuck what you say. Like, this whole fucking, you know, earrings and fucking shit is like queer. High level queer, but excellent fire, you know. Credit where credit is due. But even like someone like Israel or something like that, like, you know, like, who's like very, you know, confident and, you know, good talker for the most part and shit like that, like, and all about like, you know, image and like show, like, he's called the last style bender for fuck's sake, like, he's got anime fucking oozing out of his veins. He would just like touch him up. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's like Mighty Mouse, GSP, Khabib, like Habib, Habib is not Khabib, is Habib. Any decent fighter, like, you know, like Dustin Poirier, fucking even Conor. I'd like, if that had been Conor, he'd have just like he'd have just touched him and like made him blatantly aware that like I can end you at any given moment. But then you see what Strickland did, and it's kind of like, what a faggot. Like, do you know what I mean? When I was watching that, I was just like, ugh. Yeah, like that wasn't cool at all. Like, and fair play to him, Sneeko just ate it. You know, like a fucking trooper. Boom, 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 boom. Didn't fall over. Didn't like, you know, just backed up slowly away from him, and then he got up against the cage and shit. And he tried to like angle out and all. Like fair play to him. Like, you know what I mean? He just ate it all in the chin. Like, and then a few days later, I was like, I don't know, guys. I'm feeling a bit slow today. Like, I don't think like, you know, unless somebody cracks your skull, or like you really take a fucking pounding, phrasing, over a series of minutes or like multiple times. Like I don't think what Sneeko got caused any permanent damage. You know, I think if like he takes care of himself and is careful not to, you know, end up getting himself into a situation like that again, or taking any like blows to the head, phrasing, fucking, I'm sure he'd be fine. Plus these days, when you've got the money like he does and the fucking access to resources and shit like that, like he's a pretty successful streamer and shit. You can totally like get access to all of these like fucking drugs that'll like fix you right up and shit. Like, look it up. It's the same chick, is it? It's the same chick. I believe you. Stabberoo's a film buff, so like, you know, Stabberoo's a firm buff. That sounds okay. You're a firm buff. He's a firm buff. Speaking of zombies, etc. She was in 28 Days Later. That's her? She's not as hot as I thought she was. That's the same bitch. Swear to God, I think she looks pretty hot as Calypso, but like in fucking in 28 Days Later, ugh. Maybe it's the hair. I don't know. Like, I think like she looks kind of masculine in that movie. 28 Days Later is a fucking awesome movie though. That's like one of the cooler zombie movies. I'm prone to skin cancer now after the transplant, so I have to put on factor 50 like an albino. Try to look for the natural shit though, because the fucking factor 50 jizz cream stuff, the mainstream shit, that'll fucking give you skin cancer too. So be careful with that shit. Like, that's weird though. Does like your new kidney like not produce a certain vitamin or enzyme, so you have to be like, you're more sensitive to sunlight after getting a new kidney. That's fucking wild. Jesus Christ. Or you're a vampire. Yeah, I mean, like, I would, if I were you, I would, like, you know, hope that you got a vampire kidney. Who was in 28 Days Later? The bitch that played Calypso. That black bitch who played Calypso in one of the Pirates of the Caribbean. I was in special ed, but ended up in Oxford University. I just dislike school. No downs here. Like, dude, I was I'm one of those outliers as well. Like, you know, a lot of us in this community are, where it's like, you just didn't, like, you just said no. Like, that is, like, fundamentally, that's what it is. It's not because we're all better than everyone else. It's not that at all. Like, it's just because, like, we have that, like, if anything, it's just fucking stubbornness. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, no. Fuck you people. Like, do you know what I mean? From a really young age. Like, to the point, like, I remember when shit really started to go south, when I started doing, like, I started smoking and drinking and, like, doing drugs and shit, like, and, like, the weight dropped off me and I grew my hair long and grew a beard and all, like, and that was around, like, 4th year. And, like, you do fuck all in 4th year anyway, because it's called, like, transition year or whatever like that. Like, it's all about, like, doing loads of new stuff and random shit and all, and trying to get work experience and all that shit. Like, I gave so little of a fuck in 4th year, 5th year, and 6th year, and most of the time I didn't even go in, you know. So it became blatantly apparent that, like, you know, like, it got to the point where when I was in school, people were like, "Why are you here?" like, you know, what made you come in today? Like, why are you here? Like, you know, like, I fucking, like, I didn't give a bollocks anymore. I was like, I had absolutely no respect for my parents. So what the fuck, like, do you, like, what would make me respect the teachers in the school and stuff, like, you know what I mean? Because like they're just trying to do their job, you know. Like some of them did show that, like, you know, look, like I just want you to do well. Like I can see that you're going through a lot of shit and all and blah blah. Like there was one or two of them that was like, thanks man, you know. But the rest of them, it was they just get angry at you, and then you just want to fucking like punch their like even the female teachers, like you just want to go like crack, like shut the fuck up, bitch. You don't know me. Like, you've got kids. Give out to your kids. Don't you fucking give out to me, you fucking disrespectful cunt. Seriously, like, so, like, like, well, not some, a lot of teachers have this, like, authority god complex thing because they're always, like, in charge of a classroom full of kids and shit. And I swear to God, the amount of them that needed the shit kicked out of them, you know? The amount of them that, like, probably, especially nowadays after COVID and all that shit and the fucking global homo gay shit now and all this shit, like, the amount of teachers that, like, should probably be in prison or a fucking mental hospital, like, or so, like, and I wouldn't fucking, I'd sooner send somebody to prison than a mental institution, but, like, they're cunts, you know? Like, I completely agree with that whole, those who can't teach. It's, like, it's such a safe job, you know? And, like, nobody respects you for the most part. And, like, for the most part, they shouldn't. Do you know what I mean? Like, there are good teachers. There's great teachers. But, like, they're few and far between. Like, do you know what I mean? They may as well be, like, gold nuggets, like, at this stage. Like, and I haven't been in school in fucking years, so I can only imagine how bad it is now. Like, albinos and are welcome here, Deirdre. Indeed. I mean, look at me, like, I'm 2 shades away from fucking see-through. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm literally 2 shades away from transparency. Strickland is talented, trained in combat, and mentally unstable. Horrible roll of the personal dice. Yeah, the dude can really throw hands, and he's an asshole. They do, like, those are some of the best bad guys in any story. Is like he's genuinely really dangerous and an absolute prick, you know. Those are some of the best bad guys, like, and you need good bad guys. You need good bad guys to have a decent story, like, you know. The band fan, yeah, I know, like, yeah, like, dude, I have been waiting over a year to, like, oh no, I haven't. I banned the elf, the fucking that little fucking Australian midget fairy. Was like the first official ban fanning. I just got, like, you know, I will now waft you from the stream, you impudent little shit. Like, that's how powerful I am. A waft of my fan, and you're just like out the door, like. Oh man, I fucking hate this country sometimes. You had 3 fucking days of absolute gorgeous weather, and I seen 1 or 2 cloud seeding planes going over, and today is just like grey and wet. It's fucking, thank fuck I got me walk in early this morning. Like, you dye your hair pink, you definitely take it in the stink. Exactly, nigga. That it, like, fucking put that in a t-shirt. Denmark Barrow, welcome to a paintingu. Oh, glorious Gepu. Oh, that tasted like strawberries. I took some of that protein you gave me after I did my workout today, and oh my god, it was glorious. It's just like fucking. I felt myself inflating from the inside out. Phrasing. Immunosuppression tablets. Oh, okay. Is that like you're on tablets because, like, so your immune system doesn't reject your new kidney? So that, like, reduces your body's ability to tackle, like, UV rays and shit like that. Like, stuff like that is mental. Like, I'm just talking shite. Like, I probably, like, everything I said is probably wrong, but, like, Slipknot is also good noise. Man, I love Slipknot. Like, loads of their songs are deadly. Loads of their songs are trash, but, like, loads of their songs are deadly. Transition year is now literally transition year. Yeah, like, right, it's time. Well, do you want us to cut your cock off, or, like? I seen this yoke on YouTube earlier on, and you could tell that was one of those things that, like, probably takes drugs to like fucking sound more female, and you could tell that there was like some kind of like surgical shit going on with the Adam's apple and all this stuff. Like, I was just like, oh my god, you horrible looking cunt. Like, do you know what I mean? Like that, like those things are not only like an abomination to mankind, but they're like it's an insult to women. Do you know what I mean? Could you imagine being like a normal female, you know, with like a sound mind and body and spiritual connection to, you know, the creator or the gods or whatever you want to fucking call all this like cosmic shit, and you see stuff like Caitlyn Jenner and all, like, do you know what I mean? Like as a man, right? When I seen that fucking absolute dumpster fire of a human being, Ellen Page, fucking cut her tits off, and she's like, you know, calling herself Elliot now. Like, that's the type of creature I would just send to a mental institution. Do you know what I mean? Fair enough. I wouldn't like fucking shoot her or anything, like, do you know what I mean? But like, I'd just be like, no. You don't get to be in public. You don't get to be in public. You don't get to be on the telly. You don't get to say anything to anyone. No one should listen to a fucking word that comes out of your mouth, you fucking creature of like demonic energy. Like, what the fuck? She's aged like 20 years since she cut her tits off. Like, what a fucking utter insult to like even if you don't believe in gods and God or whatever like that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you know, and if you don't, you're fucking you're making a mistake in my humble opinion. But and you're probably just stupid. But like, what a fucking horrible thing to do to yourself, because they do it to themselves. I know, like, the kids, the reason why everyone's like so fucking, you know, up in arms about the children and shit like that, as they should be, but it's because the children don't actually make the decision, you know. They're like influenced and manipulated and lied to and tricked and, like, you know, all sorts of shit and all, like. But people like that cunt who blatantly did it for, you know, clout and God knows what else, like, you know, and then you see her wearing fucking, like, you know, suits and stuff and all, like, you know, like like men's clothes, like, stuff. Like, I just like drag her by the ankles and throw her into a fucking asylum and just leave her there. I wouldn't even drug her up. I wouldn't even be like, she needs this, this, and this. I just leave her to rot in a hole, stupid cunt. These vacuous bitches, like, who are just like, I just think, you know, I just feel like this, and this, and, you know, acceptance and tolerance and all, like, and blah, blah. Like, oh, man, fucking hell. Just hand me that hammer while I deal with this bitch. Get your fucking knees done in and dragged to a fucking hole where we'll just leave you, like, sick of this shit, like. I left school in 5th or 6th class. I don't, like... You probably should have stayed in school a little bit longer, bro. Like, no offense. But, like, you know, like, but don't get me wrong. I know, like, your early life was not easy. Like, I get it, you know. I totally get it. Your early life was full of traumatic shit. So that makes loads of sense. I hope you're doing well, you know. If you're in the fucking chat, like, I'm assuming you're doing, like, you know, moderately well. You at least have some form of, like, or you could be under a bridge on your phone. I don't fucking know, but, like, I hope you're doing okay, nigga. We sent one teacher to the psych ward. Good stuff. Excellent. Yeah, like, fuck them. I chucked a table at my teacher when I was 8. Yeah, like, I never got, like, violently angry with a teacher. Like, I had, like, you know, like, I fucking wanted to sometimes. Like, you know, you'd be sitting there in our class holding a pencil and just be like, bitch, you say one more thing and this is going through your neck. But, like, I would just get really depressed, you know. I just got so fucking depressed, cause, like, I knew that I would only make my situation worse if I got, like, hyper violent and angry and stuff like that. Like, you know, I had the wherewithal and the wisdom from a young age to be like, okay, well, I don't want to make it worse on me than it already is, so I'm not going to do something fucking blatantly stupid. But then sometimes I wish I did, you know, because, like, if you do, like, actually do something about it physically, a lot of the time, like, not only does it make you feel better, but it also like makes it blatantly apparent to everybody that like, you know, oh fuck, don't, like, you know, don't do that again. But me, like, I just went inward and like fucking, you know, just like walked around with a big depressed head in me and shit, like, and then people would be like, what's wrong with you? And I just be like, everything. Like, teachers are jailers and don't know it. Yeah, like most of them are cunts that don't deserve any money. Like they don't deserve a paycheck at all. Most of them are absolute fucking cunts that don't deserve their position and shouldn't be telling kids anything at all. Like when you see these woke teachers who are like around like young children and they're teaching them about fucking like gay stuff and all, like those are the bitches I'd drag outside and shoot. Not even playing. If I was the authority, I would like show up in a fucking, I'd show up looking like the Taliban and with a scimitar and a fucking 5.56 and just be like, I want her hands and then her head. Like, this will not stand in my country. Like, it kind of sounds a bit more African, but like, oh my god, the fucking first lady of Sierra Leone fucking like dropping truth bombs left, right, and center there the other day. Seen it on YouTube. Now that's an attractive black woman. Swear to God. The stuff she was wearing was fucking awesome looking as well. Exactly, Defenderoo. I love it when I'm going back through the chat and somebody says something kind of like that. Like, exactly, Defenderoo. And it could apply to anything I've said. Like, exactly, Defenderoo. And I'm just like, yeah, see? I'm right. About what? I don't know. Like... Oh, that's hilarious. Bakken was stuffing my face with eggs, spinach, and sauteed venison bites. Ooh, that sounds nice. That sounds delicious. Denmarku, hello, keep strong for Europa. Man, yeah, Europe is fucking going to the dogs just like the States. It's a dire situation. Like, everywhere's going to the dogs, though. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, Africa's being inundated by all this corporate shit and everybody's strip mining their minerals and stuff. Fucking China is, like, riddled with sinkholes and corruption and, like, you know, they're, like, killing a shit ton of their population on the sly for all sorts of reasons. Like, they're making food out of plastic. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, it's just... The amount of like if you just take fucking half an hour out of your day and just like skim through the internet to see what's going on in the realm that we exist in, you're just like, what the fuck is wrong with this place? Like, Jesus fuck, the cities are gone. Like, just spiritually, mentally, physically, the cities are dystopian hellscapes. Get the fuck out. If you live in a major city in any place in the known realm right now, get the fuck out. Like, and if you really can't, like, do everything you can to like bring nature into your life, like, you know, grow something on your windowsill, fucking like start learning how to ferment real organic shit so it lasts longer and all this stuff. Like, just do whatever you can to like lessen the effect of like the fucking absolute demonic energy that is just flourishing in cities right now. They are mentally deficient. I have a call to make. Cheers, y'all. Be right back. Laters. I love the way Corbear and 2acre like announce with... Well, 2acre announces when he returns, not when he leaves. But Corbear is like, bye, guys! It's so wholesome. I love it. Like this, I fully agree with that one, man. Lol. Like, I've no idea what you fully agree with, so I'm just gonna assume you fully agree with everything I've said. I love being behind on the chat. I like a latency to the chat as far as me being the streamer. Like, I'm the content creator and there's like a latency to my chat. I think it's hilarious. I think it's so funny, like. And it suits the stream because, like, especially when I'm painting and I just look back and I'm like, haha, you know, like, it's so funny. Like, I've caught up with it now, though, for the most part. I know, you just dip out randomly. It's hilarious. Like, every so often I just see a message like, I'm back! And I'm like, huh? Where were you? I'm just glad I'm not at school now. Must be a nightmare. Uh, I'm in a hostel at the moment, man. Could be worse though, lol. That's the right attitude. That's the right fucking attitude, man. Like, just like, yeah, I'm in a hospital eating a tin of cold beans, and there's a leak in the ceiling, and some junkie's dead in the corner. But could be worse. Like, I could be gay. Like, you know me. I always try to look on the brighter side of things. Just keep swimming, nigga. Just keep swimming. Maybe McDonald's is Chinese flesh. Man, I think I said that on the stream there the other day. There's this shit going on in China the last while where they're literally making plastic steaks. Oh my god, did you see the Japanese thing? Oh, fucking hell. Some fucking lunatic figured out how to make steak, like fake steak, out of human shit. They sifted through all the sewers to such a degree that they were like, oh, there's some protein in here. Like, oh my god. It's just so fucked up, like. Oh. Hang out barefoot in a park an hour a day. Yeah, like, there is a lot of truth in, like shut the fuck up and just go touch some grass. You know? There is a lot of truth in that. It's like, you get so fucking, like, inundated by modern society and it's like demonic machinations that, like, sometimes you do need to just check out mentally for like at least a few hours or like even just a few minutes and just like center your chi. It's insane. Springfield, Massachusetts looks more ghetto than I remember from my childhood. Don't know how my parents stay in that area. I can only imagine. Like, that's what I always think is funny, is like, not only like we have a lot of the same problems here in America and stuff like that in Ireland. It's the scale. It's the scale of things, like, do you know what I mean? And the scale of stuff in the States is just like, holy shit. And then you look at places like India or Africa or China. Do you know what I mean? Like, even Americans look at that stuff and they're like, oh my god, I'm so glad I live in New York. Like, yeah, it was about you staying in school a bit longer. Yeah, I'm glad you have the self-awareness to agree with that. You're too, like, I fucking love you, bro. Like, you probably should have stayed in school a bit longer. No, yeah, you're dead right, yeah. Oh, fucking hell. Funny you read all comments put out of context and it's like, the fuck is this? Yeah, like for the most part it's fine, you know, like for the most part the chat, like, I like go on tangents, I agree with what people are saying, like all sorts of stuff, and then somebody says something about the painting I'm doing or whatever, like, you know, but then every so often there's a comment like, what the fuck? Like, what are you referencing? I have no fucking idea. What did I say? Put it in the chat so I can catch up on it later. Like, and like sometimes it's like 40 minutes later. You know, it's all a ploy, so you'll watch the whole fucking 2-hour stream. Oh fuck. Sip sip. The Japanese poop meat is criminally insane. Oh man, it's like, for criminally insane, it's like, that's demonic. That is fucking demonic. Like, could you imagine the type of, like, apathetic, vacant meat sack that you have to be to even work in a place like that? Where you know that, like, like, imagine being the dude on the production line spinning this big fucking sheet of plastic that's just got food coloring in it. And then, like, someone else down the line is packaging it and it says steak on it, like, do you know what I mean? And you're just like, you just have these people who are just like, it's not my fault, it's not my fault, it's not my fault, I'm just doing my job, I'm just doing my job, it's not my fault. It's like, wake the fuck up, do something with your life, you fucking waste of space. Oh my god. Like even if it's just going for a walk, do you know what I mean? Like, fucking, like, do something like mildly productive. Do you know what I mean? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh god. Absolute fucking insanity. In Japan, it's the double quarter McPoop. Instead of the half pounder, it's the half pooper. Like, instead of the quarter pounder, it's the quarter pooper. Like, oh fucking hell! Like, our new shit burger contains fucking 95% protein derived from human feces. Like, it's. Do you imagine being the kind of lunatic that reads that on the package? Like, and that's if they tell the truth. Like, they probably have a fucking picture of it of like 100% natural beef. You know, like, and they can technically, like, legally, they can technically do that because in that scenario, it's like, well, it is organic and natural because it's made from shit, which came from a human. You know, like, it's just like. Oh god, just like it's stuff like that where like, yeah, I know I'm laughing about it and all, like, but I swear to god, like, there's those days where like I let the I let the hatred and the anger get to me a bit, and those are the days where I'm like, kidnap all the kids, put them on trains, get them the fuck out of there, and fucking glass the place. Just reduce it to fucking diamonds. Like, just be done with it, like, you know. Like I was saying the other day, like, you know, there is a, like, biblically, there's a point where things get so bad. It's like, show me one guy with a consciousness or a sense of morality or some kind of semblance of honor. Please, just show me one. And then just like one homeless dude is like, like, you're like, okay, when he's dead, I'm coming back and you're all getting it. Like, the whopper becomes the plopper. Oh god. It's like, do you imagine all the kind of pheromones and chemicals they have to put in that literal shit, so that, like, you don't go to, like, what does that smell like when you're cooking it? Like, oh god, like, change the subject. Fuck. Label says mammal derived protein. Oh, you fucking. That's that kind of demonic wordplay shit that lets them get away with everything. Shite burger. Well, at least it's not a nothing burger with cheese. Oh, fucking hell. Right, we've been sitting here for over an hour. Let's play some fucking tunes and do a birthday painting for Demolishu. Garayochi, my beloved Japanites. For it is timer. Allow the music to permeate your spina. Oh. Oh. Glorious Gepu. Right. A ding of the dong to cleanse the chi. Feel the vibrations move down your spina. Oh, clickety clack. Crack that back. Sip, sip. Oh, if you've been enjoying the stream already, you have seen nothing yet. You haven't never seen paint dry like this before. Our resident 850-pound, formerly addicted to cocaine Siberian tigeroo, Brother Garlos, reminds you all, filthy mortars, to Rika and subscriber to Paintingu. Share Paintingu. Spread it about the place like a thick butter. If you do not, you have no honor. Click one of the many links in the description. Buy yourself some merchandise. Buy yourself a Paintingu. Buy yourself a Paintingu t-shirt. Help the Bertarian community rise above the demonic energies of the realm we currently reside in. My spina knows its timer. I have appraised my roy rag upon my demi-divine knee, in preparation for my bitches. These are my bitches, and I'm about to get them sopping wet. But first, I must fix my hairdo. And prepare, as should you, for PEINTEINGU! 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 Painting you! Painting me! It's PEINTEINGU! It's fucking goo! Painting you! Painting me! It's PEINTEINGU! It's fucking goo! Painting you! Painting me! It's PEINTEINGU! It's fucking goo! Yo! We have before us a basic rare in preparation to a primo goo. Our very own Dimarishu has requested that we depict her as a courageous and armored female, ready to exact vengeance upon those who healed her, kind of, you know? They healed her, but they didn't, you know? So, I must get my squirty squirt, and I must squirt on this parrot to allow the goo to flow freely. And I must get my bitches and get them wet too. My hair is all sorts of fucking chaotic this day. Right. We shall finish the background before we move on to the armored conqueror that is Dimarishu. So, let's get this bitch wet. Place your bitch, hair first, in the bucket. Descend her hair deep into the agua contained in the bucket. Swirl her about the place. Remove her halfway, not all the way, halfway. Then beat her. Your bitch is now ready for the goo. Ha ha! I must make it a greyu. A dark greyu. And finish work on this building you see behind Dimarishu. This Saturn-like elongated cubu, otherwise known as a rectangle shape, is Beaumont Hospital, where they did indeed give our beautiful female Dimarishu a new kidney. However, they also traumatized the living fuck out of her, which is exactly what hospitals tend to do, which is why I fucking hate them. Although, to avoid becoming a hypocrite, I will renounce my hatred for hospitals and be grateful for the lives they do save, and not hate them for the lives they ruin. Anish, my beloved Japanites, we will apply the goo. This is not fluid enough. More squirting on the parrot. Sometimes my parrot does be sopping wet. This ensures my parrot cannot fly away. so I can now use it as a parrot. Righto. More squirting is needed. Over the coming days. Indeed, today, tomorrow, all the way to next Friday, when it is actually Dee's birthday. We shall be slowly but surely applying much goo to this painting goo, making it as epic as possible. If you have not gathered your chi by now, there's something wrong with you. Painting goo 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 goo. Goo goo goo. Painting goo. Go 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 go. Hey! Ha! Painting goo. Painting you. This painting me. This painting goo. Painting you. Painting me. This painting goo. This fucking goo. Painting goo. Painting you. Painting me. It's painting goo. Painting you. Painting me. It's painting goo. Let's fucking go. I'm on a horse. It's no coincidence that this building of trauma reminds me of the Saturnian Cuba. Painting goo. Painting goo. It's painting goo. It's fucking goo. You better have gathered your chi. The best streams have the least painting. I think Stabberoo's right. Like, fucking watch. I'll start doing gaming streams where I'll just be playing a video game and talking shit, and they'll probably be way more fucking successful. But I'll still want to do painting. I'll do that side darker. Be almost black. It's almost time. Go 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 go. Paint 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 paint. Go go. Yes, yes, my beloved Japanites, foreign dogs. Mere mortars! Crap for Paintingu! Crap yourself, Siri, for Paintingu! If you are do not crap for Paintingu, you have no honor! Your ancestors are crapping. You should crap too. If you haven't gathered your chi by now, well, fucking Reeve. Dana!
Hey, it's Dana
from StreamYardu!
So excited to announce that local
How are you?
are now
You
available
four-eyed cunt!
Have you
The fuck off my stream. It's time to dance with some demons. Paint, paint! Go, go! Paint, paint! Wrong tube! Wrong tube? Wrong cube. Paint, paint! Brack cube! Paint, paint! Paint, paint! Paintingu go go. Paintingu go go. Paint, paint! Paint, paint! Paint, paint! Paintingu go go. Go. Oh, Gepu. Paintingu go go. I will attempt to make it at least semi-accurate. Paintingu go go. 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 Oh shit. Paintingu go go. Commence with the head bobbing. Sip, sip. Piss, piss. Don't say piss. I'll need to take a piss. Don't mention piss. For at least another half an hour, don't mention piss. The saying "this food tastes like shit" gets a whole new meaning now. It's like, you know that nerdy fucking like emo, the fucking the emote thing. It was like, oh man, this food tastes like shit, and then just some fucking nerd turns around and is like, well, actually, like, it is shit. It's very windy here today. It's funny because it's true. Like, what, that like they healed you kind of. Hashtag translucent lives matter. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Commence crapping. Paint, paint. Crap your pants off. Paint, paint. Dana's back for more abuse. She just can't get enough. Fucking bitch is stalking me. The chick is a glutton for punishment. If I ever do, or ever like collaborate with someone who does animations of my streams and stuff, like, I seriously want to do an animation where like Dana from StreamYard is just like going to her local grocery store, and like I'm like wearing the kimono and headband on like wooden sandals and like fucking walking along with my fan, and we like cross paths, and I'm just like, Dana from StreamYard, and she's like, sorry, do I know you? And I'm just like, oh, so sorry. I did not mean what I said. It was all for entertainment purposes. And she's just like, who are you? What did you say about me? Who are you? Like, she just has this look of like panic and confusion, like, and I'm like desperately trying to apologize to her, like, come back, Dana! Return to me, Dana, so I may apologize for my abuse. Paint, paint. Oh. Paint, paint. Painting. Google. Painting. Google. There's going to be a lot of squirting on this apparent. Painting. Google. Google. Yeah. 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 Hiya. Painting go go go. Go go. It's looking good. It's looking good. Straight lines. Angles. Very important when making the buildings. Go, go. You defender, it was her dom. To say anything to Wishy. My actions on PEINTEINGU do not accurately reflect the rest of my life. I need to change the angle of this building here. I'm just gonna keep that bit going. Hundreds of episodes from now, I'll just be like, I know you're watching, Dana! I know you love it! I missed something, was talking to a plumber. Well, that's what you get for ignoring PEINTEINGU. That's what you get, Tuekaru. Yeah! Say ha! Yeah. Well, he was a nice guy, you know. It was the polite thing to do. Pate, pate. Goo goo. Pate, pate. Goo goo. Pate, pate. Goo goo. Brew goo. Pate, pate. Brugu. Pate, pate. PEINTEINGU goo goo. Goo goo. PEINTEINGU goo goo. Goo goo. Don't you know? Sounds like Fargo talk to me. I remember watching Fargo. It was decent. was the series on Netflix or something. That the fucking that scene where your man's driving along and the cop pulls him over, and he's like, he basically scares the shit out of the cop by just talking to him. Like, the cop just leaves him alone. It's like, you never know when you're gonna come across someone that you really shouldn't fuck with. Like, I gotta go, man, so take care of yourself and the other half, and look after yourselves, and I'll talk to you whenever, man. You too, man. Look after yourself. I hope to see you in the stream again. Thanks for dropping by. Dick Fordu, be right back. You fucking better be, Dick Fordu. Painting. Go. 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 Beijing. Go. Beijing. Go. See you, bloody black bloody. You Pajit sounding motherfucker. Oh, brother, fuck you. No, fuck you, brother. You see that other one where, like, there's a cyclist who, like, crashes into a dude who's, like, trying to fix his car or something. He's like, why you come fast? Why you coming fast? It's phrasing. Paint. Go. Dark brew. Broku. Paint. Go. Paint. Painting go. Everyone at work today is looking at me like I have Ebola, cough, and they scurry like rats. Oh, he's got the Rona, boys. Paint. Man, like, if they actually do start rolling out vaccines again, and like people start taking them, like, Jesus fucking Christ, like I'm literally gonna be like, you fucking deserve it. Like, you fucking deserve it. You thick fucks. It's like, seriously, that's still one of my favorite bits that Owen did on, like, Mountain Bear Animated. It's like, I can't feel my legs, Carrie. My left toe fell off. My little toe fell off. I taste blood, Carrie. That's seriously one of the best things ever. Hey, Kyrie. As Shaq. Man, I'm doing Old Spice commercials. It's like seriously one of the best things ever. He was on fire while COVID was going on. Like, he just let it all out. Like, he's like, fuck these cunts. Paint. Like the wasp vaccine. This wasp's vaccine is safe and effective. Oh, conspiracy theorists, conspiracy. And you could tell in that like he genuinely had fun like making that bit on his own. Like, you know what I mean? Just like just in his greenhouse with some wasp thing going to kill wasps, and was like, oh, I have an idea. You know, like pay. Goo. Brugu. Paint. 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 Brugu. Paint. Oh, Gabu. Oh, Gabu. Sip. Ha! Cowards! Afraid of the cooties! I know, like, bunch of bitches. Paint. Painting. Google. Painting. Google. Painting Google. Goo. Painting go. Go. Yeah. Yeah. Painting go. When this stuff dries after the stream, whatever. I'll tape this whole thing down properly so it doesn't warp. Gonna bring the darkness down a rick a bit. Paint, paint. Go, go. Remember when we were kids and it was considered good that you got what was going around to strengthen the immune system? I know, like, it's fucking like, we literally live in a completely inverted time. Like, think about it, right? Like that, like, you know, these sayings and stuff that are very pervasive in the mainstream, like brave and beautiful is like ugly cowardice, you know? Nothing about like the mainstream and all that global homo shit and wokeness and tolerance and gays and all that. Oh, it's so brave and beautiful. No, it's fucking like ugly cowardice is what it is, like. Beautiful. Paint, paint. It's pretty much on the same line as that one. Squirt, squirt. Paint, paint. Squirt, squirt. Paint, paint. Squirt, squirt. Paint, paint. That one actually comes in front of this one. In my preliminary iteration of the building on the right-hand side, I completely fucked it up. I must have fixed this. This building is all wrong. Hiya. Painting go 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 go. Go 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 go. Painting. Go go. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Painting. Google. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Painting. Paint, paint. Ding. Hold on. Oh, I timed that well. Painting. Google. That's one of the major benefits of using the same music all the time, is you can start timing shit to it, like. Looking great so far, JB. Excellent. I am glad you are satisfied. But you have seen nothing yet, too. Sip, sip. Sip, sip. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Building. Paint, paint. It shall be a glorious painting. An epic display. Paint, paint. Of your stalwart ability to recover from trauma. Paint, paint. Painting go 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 go. Give anything to be Superman right now. Just instantly dry. Hiya. I'll just go straight off. Yeah, it would appear fucking Henry Cavill is like showing yet again that he's an absolute boss. Just like he pulled out of The Witcher because he saw how shit it was getting, he's threatening to pull out the new Amazon series for Warhammer 40k because the woke horde has showed up and Warhammer fucking Games Workshop, you know, conceded and they've gone full woke. Like they're really leaning into it and like doubling down and shit. And Henry's like, okay, well if that's what the plan is, then I'm out. And they're like, oh no, wait, please. Agreed. Beautiful. Right, I have reached my time limit, unfortunately, for today. Paint. I have much other things to do. Paint. More paint to do. Paint. We have made good progress this day. A beautiful dark sky. Foreboding. Intimidating. Horrifying. Paint. Right. So, my beloved Japanites, I must leave you. Do not weep. I will return tomorrow. Same timer, same pricer, same high-octane paintingu energy. In the meantime, be true, be good, and be beautiful. And I shall see you 3 p.m. GMT. Otherwise known as 3 p.m. Padebug Irish Timer. If you have enjoyed today's streamo, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing the streamer. Click one of the many links in the description and avail yourself of the many options I have made available for your mere mortals. Buy a t-shirt, buy a painting, buy a sticker, buy a tote bag, and display to everyone if you are a mayor that you are a fag. I bid thee farewell. God bless and tutors. I love you all. Paint. It's funny that while I paint, I watch PEINTEINGU paint you while I'm actually painting me. I love it. You are most welcome, Diu. Demarushu. It has only begun. Right. Auf Wiedersehen, meine Lieben. And I will see you tomorrow.